I just don't feel the impact that I would want for an epic song like this.
Hey, welcome to Volition Music Reacts. So this is a React video series that I normally do on this channel. So generally I cover a lot of different types of music where I listen to everything blindfolded. So I'll normally have a wheel decide to kind of spin my wheel and let that determine the fate of my music react and will determine what I'm going to react to. So I decided to take a step back for this particular video just because I kind of wanted to check out this song that's been kind of out. I mean, is it really out? I guess the better thing to say is that today I don't know much about it. This is probably my first time hearing it as well. I just been coming across this and hearing how epic it was in terms of like across the multiple platforms in terms of YouTube and
you die! Wrapped in biting wind, hearts will never bleed, frozen and banished out of greed.
All right, so I'm going to stop it right there. So very interesting because I'm listening to this for the first time. Like, I don't know if this is a decision made by the engineer or is this decision a combination of the artist's choice or whatnot? But it's very interesting because the acoustic guitars pan to the left and it's kind of having a stereo effect, but you can actually kind of hear the guitars more pan to the left side. I guess that would be this way, your left hand. So it's a very interesting choice. Normally, if I were to mix something like this, and because this being the intro, I'll probably generally center my acoustic guitar pan in the center, so it fills up more balance. But I can kind of see why they did it, just to create a effect. I can tell it's gonna be some sort of epic rock piece. I'm just guessing, so it feels like there's a build up for sure.
In their restless dreams, they try so hard to breathe. Pulses flutter and sting within this bleakness.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it there. I know there's something epic is gonna happen, but I just noticed the guitar is definitely far pan to the left. It's a very interesting choice. I wonder why the engineer did it that way. I'm just kind of curious, but like again, very good acoustics or dynamics so far. Vocals are very airy, very lifty. The acoustic guitar sounds pretty good. I'm not sure if I like the tone of it too much. I would like, for something like this, I will probably, yeah, and you know what? I'm going to take that back. It's actually kind of more of a characteristic choice, artistic decision. I actually would probably prefer the acoustic guitars to be done a little bit different. It sounds a little too overly, I don't quite like the acoustic guitar tone, to be honest, but it's not too big.
Pain will come with the plague. Pain will wake up the despondent crowd in this dormant world somehow. Unsheath the sword not to kill. Unsheath the sword to rend those clouds above the ground. Wake up, it's time to gather now. The only warmth remains in hands clasped so tight. The only fire exists in brave hearts. Seasons that refuse to change over the years will find their way back.
I'm going to pause it right there. I do really like the vocals, though. I think they're really good. It's a very interesting choice because for something like this, I would personally, kind of how they did it with the mix and kind of how they designed the song, was they actually kind of pushed the vocals slightly forward and the rest of the guitars are kind of more tucked back. A little, I'll say for my personal liking, I would like it more up front because I want to feel the power, but I just don't feel, I feel like it's a little too tucked back in the mix just beyond the point of where it's actually should be. If they push it up a bit more forward, it'll create a more powerful impact for this song. I just feel like you can hear it, but you don't feel it.
Back on track. We made a choice, go fight against your fate. They will come with the pain. They will wake up the despondent crowd. Storming world somehow. Unsheathe the sword not to kill. Unsheathe the sword to end those clouds above the ground. Wake up, it's time to gather now.
All right, I'm gonna pause it right there. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually not too much of a fan of the mix.
How dare you!
Just listening to it right now, the guitars. This is the epic moment where you want to feel the power of the song, like the pure organicness, the rawness. I want the guitars to be really upfront, really out loud. But it felt like they really pulled back the guitars for some reason. It just felt so underwhelming.
You were the chosen one!
It's almost like, I know I said it earlier with the guitars, kind of how tucked back they were, but this is the epic part. So I would understand from an artistic decision where it's okay, you don't need to go, you can pull back a bit with the guitars a bit. But then for something like this, which is the chorus, the big moment, this was definitely somewhat of a letdown in terms of the dynamics. It just wasn't hitting full cylinder.
Forget about the rules written down with a rock. There were changes of life. Find a way or get lost. We have no way to know where they all headed for. See a light from afar, just blaze through the storm. And though it's right over there, something is there. Whatever is arriving will be prepared. We made a choice, go fight against your fate. They will come with the pain. They will wake up the despondent crowd in this storming world somehow. Unsheathe the sword not to kill. Unsheathe the sword to end those clouds above the ground. Look out, hear the shooting sound.
All right, so honestly, from a first time listen through, I think I liked it quite a lot. I can see why people are hyped about it. There's a lot of great I think the biggest, most important part was the idea, the song composition, the arrangement is impeccable. I'll say it's really good. It's exactly where it needs to be. They're able to bring us through a journey. We have a very slow intro with the acoustic guitars and the vocals. Then we build up to our rock or, the epic moment. And then we dive it back down. And then we bring it back all the way up. And we build up the tension, almost like an EDM, where we're expecting the rise. It brings it back up. We have our moment of glory, where the song goes full power. 100% sounds epic. Sounds like a power rock band piece. Then we kind of transition into another funky transition, which wasn't expecting. Very unique, very exotic, but sounded really good. So despite it being a very amazing song, great vocals, epic as can be, great transitions, I feel like the core of the song still kind of lacked. Our drums don't hit as heavy as how I would want them. So I feel like definitely a lot of it came down to the dynamics. I just felt the snares were pulled back a little bit too much with too much reverb. So if they made it more upfront alongside kind of together with the guitars, it'll create a more impactful rock ballad piece, I guess. No, it's not a ballad piece. I guess a rock piece. And then let's talk about kind of the bass. Where exactly is the bass? I don't feel the lowness, the low end. Where exactly is it?
どこ?
So overall, a very good song. I don't think this will be the worst. Of course, I'm listening in a studio environment, so most people won't be able to tell the difference. It sounds good. If it sounds good on your computer speakers, on your laptop, on your Bluetooth speaker, car speakers, if that sounds good to you, I think that's what's important here.